Hey guys, just a quick garden update. Gonna be planting today. It's been very cold and wet and snowy spring. We finally had a couple of days where it hasn't rained, so things are drying out a little bit. Gonna be planting the Otter again this year, and I've got a couple of new varieties. So I'm gonna be planting, whoops, shit. Gonna be planting some Bere, very old, probably one of the oldest barley varieties, and going to be planting Chevalier, or is it pronounced Chevalier? Not sure, actually. This is the variety that you read about in all the old historical texts around the 1800s. And of course, I'm going to be planting some more Otter, a big bag of it. So the Bere and the Chevalier are going to take a couple of years to really produce a large amount. So that's sort of an ongoing experiment. But most of the crop I'm going to get out of this Otter stuff here. Okay, let me show you guys the new garden plot. The old one, or at least the one I had last year that was really big, it's just it's too wet. And so I switched it for this plot, which is 20 by 30, a little bit smaller, but it's a beautiful plot. Goes all the way back there to where that tarp is. It's got some raspberries at the end. So this is all going to be planted with the Otter. So that's what, 600 square feet? Now here's the big plot I had last year. It's not as wet as I was expecting, actually. So you can see this little ditch here. That's where the water line is. So I'm kind of glad I got rid of that one, switched it for the other one. New plot is just at the end. You can see here where it's quite soggy. You can hear it when I'm walking. So there's right over there, that's my new plot. So the plan is just turn up all this manure, get that mixed in. I put that in last fall. There's a lot of wood chips in there, unfortunately, but it was free, so hopefully that'll decompose. I'm not too concerned about it. If I was planting vegetables or something, I probably would be. I'd probably compost it. But since I don't want too much nitrogen in there, it's probably a good thing that it's there, because the wood chips will take up the nitrogen while they decompose. Woo, guys, I am out of shape. That's a lot of work. I've been pretty lazy the past couple months. I can tell this plot is really well looked after. The soil is just amazing, and it just makes my job a lot easier. There are no weeds, and best of all, no rhizomes. So rhizomes are the roots that basically travel underground, and once they're under there, it's just, you gotta dig up your soil to try and get them all out. Last year there was just tons, and I was fighting the whole summer just to try to get on top of them. But once things start growing, it's hard to dig them up because you'll break a crop. Now, I didn't talk about last year's crop that much. I don't think I even made a post about it, but it was a dismal failure. What happened was we had this really warm spring. About this time last year, it was like 17, 18 degrees Celsius. I didn't get the barley in the ground fast enough, so things were really slow to grow. I had a lot of weeds coming up, so the barley was very crowded, and I didn't put the chicken wire down on the old plot, thinking that I wasn't going to get any lodging, but I did, because we had this great big windstorm and knocked everything over. Then of course the rats came and they had a good time. They took a lot of the crop, probably the majority of it, 75% I'm guessing. Yeah, pretty gross. So I only got about, geez, like 12 pounds or something ridiculous, when I should have got, what, well over 60 I was hoping for. So that was not good. I'm not discouraged, because this plot is amazing.